So I have 3 speakers, and they're all from this same company, 808 Audio. And they're all Bluetooth speakers. You can see we have the 808 Hex SL, the 808 Hex TL, and the 808 X XL.
Wow, you got to keep that straight.
S, T, and X is how it works. All of them are Bluetooth. Now, I'm just going to cover the features that all of them have. They all have aux inputs. So on the back of each of them, they have a place that you can plug in a headphone. And so if you happen to have a device that isn't Bluetooth ready, don't worry, this will support it. They're all covered by a 1-year warranty, and they all have I guess I was going to say a charging cable, but this one right here does not have a micro USB. This is the only one that doesn't have a rechargeable battery included. You have to, if you're going to use batteries with the TL, you need to use 8 AAA batteries.
Is the TL kind of considered the middle of the line?
Yes,
but
absolutely.
It doesn't have the rechargeable battery.
It doesn't have the rechargeable battery. So I'll go ahead and start with the SL. The SL is the smallest of them by obvious looks. It has a few functions. It has a volume up, down, a sync button, and then at the bottom there is a power toggle. This is just a switch. So when you shut this down, you just flip the switch and you can see the LED light on the top. It'll just, right at the bottom actually, it'll just shut off. This is made with aluminum. In fact, this is my favorite out of all of the build qualities.
It looks really light.
Well, it's you know, it's heavy enough, I would say.
Okay.
It's not.
Well, yeah, right. You don't want something like this because it's super portable. You don't want it to be super light and fragile.
Right.
You're going to throw this in your backpack.
Exactly.
It's going to crumple.
And also the weight. There is a pretty substantial battery in here. This is last. They claim up to 12 hours. And I didn't play it continuously for 12 hours, but it definitely lasted a few days with you know, about a week actually, with me not charging it and playing it while I was doing laundry and things like that. This was by far my favorite form factor out of all of the speakers as well. This can easily fit into the back of my pocket. It doesn't. It might not seem like it can, but it fits in a back pocket quite easily. Well, I mean, this is what I normally did with it. Is I did laundry, threw this in my back pocket, and then I'd have audio throughout the house no matter where I walked. And I know that sounds a little bit absurd, but it was the most enjoyable thing ever. On top of that, because of its size, I could put it, if you know, I didn't want it in my back pocket anymore, I could just set it next to the sink if I was doing dishes or chores around the house. And it also is the correct size to put into a cup holder if you want to throw it in your car. Some things it doesn't have is it doesn't have play, pause, skip to next and back features. You have to do that on your phone. For a quick audio snippet, obviously it's going to be the quietest out of the 3 because it's just the smallest. It only has a single speaker in there. But here, this is actually, in fact, your own album.
Oh, I think I know this guy. Yeah. Kind of, you know, a little weird hearing my song on Before You Buy. I'm not gonna lie.
But I would say that that's a pretty substantial amount of audio out of something that's less than half a foot tall.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let me make sure there aren't anything else that I'm forgetting. And the wireless range of Bluetooth for all of these is around 30 feet. There was times that I kind of forgot that I had set my phone in my bedroom, and it wasn't until I was like in the kitchen, which is a hallway, a living room, and like a second hallway away from my my bedroom, that I realized that it started to break up because I was so far away. And there's also like an air conditioning in the middle of that. On the pros, on this device, I really like that it was metal. Its construction was by far my favorite, and it's super duper portable. For the cons, no play, pause, and skip buttons.
What is the price on that one again?
This is $70.
Okay.
Or sorry, $60. $59.99. Coming in at $60.
Nice.
I think that is a very good price point for that one. Next is the TL. The TL has not only it has 2 speakers basically, instead of, actually it has 3. It has 2 on the front and 1 bass on the back. Now this is plastic construction, unlike the aluminum that was the SL. On top of that, it doesn't use a micro USB to charge. It uses an actual AC cord, so if you lose this, you cannot charge it. In fact, you have to use the AA batteries unless if you want to run to Radio Shack and pick up another charger. The sound quality on this, let me go ahead and switch over. All of these will make this sort of audible sound whenever they are connected. So you'll hear that coming up here in just a second, and it'll be boop. There we go. Oh. And the other one, the SL, actually made a sound that it had disconnected. It was a very
was
faint.
That like the ring? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. This has the power button and audio buttons on the top, as well as the sync button. No play pause on this. Let's go ahead and just give you a quick glimpse of how loud it is. And this is, let's turn this all the way up.
Blast it.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Now this was a little
clearer, a little more clarity on this
definitely.
one for sure.
And it's more directional.
Yeah.
Because the speaker's on the front and on the back. I gotta say, I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but out of the TL and the XL, I like this one's form factor, that it was tall instead of wide, because this fits a lot better on a nightstand than this. So I want to point that out. So pros and cons on the TL is that I liked its taller form factor. I did not like the fact that it was made out of plastic and that it didn't have a micro USB charger. It had the DC in charger.
Excellent.
Moving on to the XL. This is, and this one's cost. The TL's cost is $80. So we went from 60 to 80.
$20 bump for a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, and you can guess the pattern.
2000.
This is 2000. No, exactly.
I'm really bad at this
$100 for the XL. So this is the highest end one. This one does have a rechargeable battery inside of it, and it has a micro USB to charge. Nice thing about this is it has a handle, and then on the side you're also given your skip to next track, last track, play pause, and then here over on the other side is your volume up, down, pair, and power buttons.
And those are all controlling whatever Bluetooth device you happen to have connected to at that point.
Exactly. Nice. iOS or Android for all of these. And then at the bottom is your little subwoofer here that's kind of hidden so that it'll hit the table. Let's just go ahead and pair this one up.
This is plastic as well?
It's also plastic, but it's like
feels like a rubberized.
Exactly. It's like a matte plastic. Yeah. I gotta say the feel is really nice on that, but I really kind of miss the. I mean, it might be metal. It's almost hard to tell because
it is on that one
because of the mattness of the finish. So this one's the back is definitely you know I don't know. It's actually quite difficult to tell what this one is constructed out of. In terms of usability, this one I left in my kitchen most often because that was where I had the counter space, and this one I left on the nightstand for use there. So you can hear a ding ding ding. That was this one releasing, and then this one should connect up. Hopefully it did. It may have gone to sleep on us because it wasn't connected before.
It was like, dude, you aren't using me.
There we go. Okay. And that was it turning on, and now it's paired. So it makes two sounds when you turn it on. Let's switch back over to.
I like the name. I like that they chose 808. Obviously, they're you know, it's a play on 808, which is kind of an old school drum machine that you hear on all types of music since the 80s. So
perfect.
I think it's a kind of a cool choice that they had.
And all of them have a really nice design language. They all have this hex sort of grid on the front, and I really kind of like that throughout all the products. So let's go ahead and hit play. Definitely the loudest.
Yeah, a little harsher though. Like
it is.
And I don't know if that's because it's facing out more. I'm not really quite sure why that is, but kind of hurts a little bit.
And this is all the way up.
Could also be the song.
You know? No, well, what's funny is I'm really. You've mixed or you were part of the mixing process.
I've heard these songs far too many times.
You've heard this song so many times. You can tell instantly where it's harsh, if it's harsh on the top or the bottom. So this one comes in at $100. On the Pros, it was the only one that had the play, pause, back, forward buttons. On the Cons, I didn't really love how wide this was, just the form factor of it. Oh, on the Pros, it's the one with the handle, which is kind of cool. So, buy, try, don't buy. Let's just go down the line. For the SL, this is definitely a buy. In fact, if when we send this back, I'm probably going to go buy this for myself because
Nice.
I enjoyed it. So just walking around the house without headphones on, being able to hear phones ringing or cats screaming, or I don't know, it was just really nice.
Cats might be screaming because you're playing your music super loud on one of these.
Perhaps.
Just
and
saying.
I'm jamming out to music instead of fitting
Yeah.
it. On the TL, this one's going to be, I'm going to give this one a try, just because it doesn't have the rechargeable batteries, which was a little bit of a bummer. And then on the XL, I'm also going to give this one a try. It just didn't seem like it was worth the basic doubling of price for the extra play, pause, and sync features, and I wasn't super thrilled with the footprint of it, but I did like that they added back in a rechargeable battery and those extra features, so this is a try. So buy, try for the 808 Hex series of Bluetooth speakers. Oh, and they also all come, I know it's not really that
High
much,
quality
they come in
plastic
some
container.
freaking crazy ass packaging. I mean, this is super high, like, this is like you can put it on a desk and it would be a jewel.
Make it your new safe deposit box at home. It's fireproof.
Basically,
Yeah,
basically. So all of them come in very fancy packaging, which you're probably paying for in the MSRP.
Yeah, at least a little bit. At least a
little
couple of
bit.
dollars. Chad Johnson,
Thank you.
Thank you so much for showing off the speakers.
No
and,
problem.
you know, playing my music just one too many times. Next time, a little dance music.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah,
We'll go for EDM next time.
Because like you
And
said,
Yellow Gold,
oh, great.
ever
There we go.
won. Go get
All
it.
right, switch away. Switch away. No need.
YellowGoldMusic.com.
Thank you so much for that.